Good evening. I am Coach S. Blancer, and this is our team builder video for Week 6 against the Volt Zoroarks. I'm actually waiting for him to get his mons right now so that I can battle him right after I record this. So I'm about to have this battle. But I'm going to go over the team that I am bringing this week. So first of all, the Volt Zoroarks has Mega Blastoise, Togekiss, Volcarona, Cloyster, Buffalant, Chandelier, Smeargle, Breloom, Magneton, Virizion, Braviary, and Quagsire. Now, a lot of people think that the Volt Zoroark has a very odd team, and they do have a pretty odd team, but they are 3-2, and they are not to be taken lightly. Dolphin has shown himself to be a very capable battler, and I must not underestimate him, no matter what anyone else thinks about this team. I need to play at the top of my game, especially if I'm going to get out a win this week. But first of all, let's go into his team. He's got a lot of threats. He's had a lot of good luck with the Togekiss. It is top of the kill chart. Most of it's because of the flinch hacks, and I have to be sure I can deal with that. Another thing that's very scary that I think is going to be very underrated is the Buffalant. A Buffalant is a very powerful and very bulky mon, and it can run soundproof, making it a good switch into Mega Gardevoir if he expects a Hyper Voice. And this thing's bulky enough with an Assault Vest set, it can live things like Energy Ball if it doesn't have Sap Sipper. Psyshock's a 2-hit KO, unless he's defensively invested. It's pretty scary. I have to be able to play around that, but I do have switch-ins to the Buffalant, so that's a good thing. And other things, Mega Blastoise is pretty bulky too, but it does get worn down fast, and I have to remember that. I have to be careful. Smeargle, I don't know what Smeargle's going to do. He's brought it every single week. He's led off with it, and it's really never worked out for him. But I have to assume that he's going to bring it and lead off with it because that's what he's been doing. So I need to shut him down so he doesn't set up any webs or spores me. Breloom could also be scary, as will Braviary with a Choice Scarf. But anyway, let's get into what I'm bringing. So first we're going to bring the star of the team this week, and that is Deep Voice the Mega Gardevoir. We are running a modest offensive set, and this thing is maximum special attack, and it has 44 HP, 4 defense, 4 special defense, and 204 in speed. And this thing is EV'd so that it will outspeed Timid or Jolly base 80s, which is the speed tier I'm most worried about. I will not outspeed Volcarona if it's Timid, fully invested, and I won't outspeed Virizion if he brings that, but I can take a hit from either one of those Pokemon. Now, we are bringing Hyper Voice because it is my most powerful attack, Psyshock, Focus Blast, and Magic Room. Now what Magic Room does is it disables the items on both sides of the field. That's mine and his. But most importantly, it means that if he's got a Choice Scarf Braviary or a Choice Scarf Magneton, he's not going to be able to outspeed me, and I can nab a quick kill. Granted, I have to be careful if I'm relying on Focus Miss, but it does disable his Choice Scarfs, and that is the purpose of the Magic Room. But I do have to be careful because it's going to disable my side too. It'll disable my Assault Vests and my Leftovers and my Safety Goggles. So I need to take care if I'm going to use the Magic Room. I have to wait for the right opportunity. Next up, we have Cheesecake the Miltank, and this thing is mixed defensive, but mostly I try to even it out a little bit, but it's got a little edge to the physical defensive side. But it is careful with Thick Fat and Leftovers. Thick Fat so that I can take attacks from Volcarona or Chandelier. In fact, this is my switch into Chandelier. We have Rock Slide. Rock Slide will do close to 90% to Volcarona and high 40% to Chandelier. Chandelier is bulkier than I thought it would be. counter for any of those physical threats. I can come in, I can actually take an attack from a shell smashed cloister, and I can kill it with counter. And that's the whole point of counter this week. We have Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks is going to be very important this week because Volt Zoroark has 5 Pokemon that are weak to Stealth Rocks, including one that's quad weak. One that he's been bringing relatively frequently, the Volcarona. So I do want to get Stealth Rocks up as soon as possible, but not at the cost of allowing Smeargle to set up Sticky Web or anything like that. And Milk Drink, of course, for recovery. Next up, we have Chunli the Mienshao, and we are bringing an offensive Chunli. In fact, this is one of the few times that we really have brought the, this is the first time we brought the Life Orb set. But it is Fake Out, High Jump Kick, Knockoff, Stone Edge. Chunli has maximum attack, adamants, and 164 in speed, 4 in special defense, and 84 in HP. This does outspeed all the base 80s. I'm not too worried about outspeeding the Volcarona, even though it can kill me. I'll just switch out. I'm not bringing the U-turn anyway, so it's whatever. But we are running Regenerator so that we can recover lost HP from Life Orb Recoil, or if I have to take Light Attack, I can. And this provides the coverage I need. Fake Out will break the sash of the Smeargle if I decide to lead with it. I do have to be careful with High Jump Kick with Chandelier, but if Chandelier's not scarfed, then I can kill it with Knockoff. And we do have Stone Edge. Stone Edge will kill the Volcarona. It'll do very good damage, something like 70% damage to the Togekiss. If I predict a Chandelier switch, it's a good middle ground move. It could come in handy. But this is really, it's nothing special. It's a fairly standard set, other than the speed creeping and all that. Nothing really to see here. Next up, we have Safety Scissor with the Okaberry. This is also an offensive set this week. We're going to try to get some official kills for this thing. We just acquired him from Colorado a few weeks ago. He didn't do much for me in week 4, and my exhibition match, he just kind of came in and he got a kill, but he also kind of died. He couldn't close. He couldn't close is what it was. But we are bringing Bullet Punch, Super Power, U-Turn, and Roost. And it's Technician with the Okaberry. And I have the Okaberry because he has Magneton. Magneton could come in with Magnet Pull and try to trap me and kill me with HP Fire. And if he decides to do that, he's going to have a surprise superpower in the face, which will knock that thing out, even if it has an Eviolite. Now, I can't take a fire move that's Stab from Volcarona, for example, or from Chandelier, so I'm not going to stay in on those. But this could come in handy. Also, I have Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch will help me if Cloyster sets up a Shell Smash, and I get off an attack to get it into range to die to Bullet Punch. That could help to stop him from Shell Smash sweeping me, which would be terrible. And we have U-Turn because I do want momentum, it helps me scout, etc. This thing is 252 HP, 252 attack, and 4 special defense. Nothing too special here. Next up, we have the Captain. The Captain's actually coming this week. We haven't seen him since like week 2. But Twisted Genie is coming hasty with Regenerator Assault Vest. This is an Assault Vest pivot. And we're running Air Slash at Willow, Cobra Loom, and Verzion. I will outspeed everything that's not Scarfed. And if Magic Room's up, then I'll outspeed everything straight up. We have Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb will do over half to an offensive Togekiss, and it'll do about 30-ish% to a defensive Togekiss. But I also have a 30% chance to poison and get residual damage that way. I have Grass Knot. Grass Knot will kill the Quagsire. It'll do some very good damage to Blastoise, and Blastoise can't do much to me. He can Ice Beam me for a little over 50%. But I can just get out of there and regenerate that back up. So I'm not too worried about that. And we have U-Turn, of course, for momentum. And this thing is running 100 HP, 252 special attack, and 156 in speed. And finally, we have Fetal Power the Mew. This is also a recent acquisition, and we are going to try to use it a little better than we did last week. The Gastro Acid didn't work so well last week. This time we're running a physically defensive set, although it does have, it's got 100 speed, so I can outspeed and taunt the Smeargle if I lead with it. 156 in defense, 252 in HP. We have Volt Switch for momentum. We have Will-O-Wisp to burn the Bouffalants and Cloysters and Breloons and Virizions of the world. We have Taunt and we have Sockwell for recovery. It is running safety goggles. I can switch this thing into a Spore from the Breloon with no problems. But that's it. That's my team. I'm very nervous about this match. I do need to get a win. Because I do want to go 5-1 going into the mid-season break. But I'm Coach Esperlancer. My opponent is Dolphin of the Volt Zoroark. He is about ready to battle right now. And I'm going to have a link to his channel in the description below. Go check him out. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Leave any comments you have about my team building and subscribe to see more. And I'm signing out.